There are a lot of linkages. It is this belief in the three historical principles and four ideological, three historical missions and four ideological principles that enabled the student movement of the 1960s to metamorphose into the armed Fronasa that fought Amin and eventually the NRA-NRM. We rejected the sectarian politics of identity of religion, tribes, and gender chauvinism. By 1986, by the force of 20,000 NRA fighters, backed by millions of civilians that were only propelled by conviction, not by any mercenary interests. The majority of the NRA UPDF have maintained this. That is why between 1971 and 2021, the NRA UPDF was fighting for no pay or low pay. Owing to death of some of our supporters, from natural causes mainly, we started getting some corrupt elements, but a minority. These are a minority and are easy to identify and isolate. The spirit of voluntarism was also strong among the civilians. That is why the National Resistance Council, for instance, we are getting a low salary, but we are content. When we came to the Constituent Assembly, we improved the pay, knowing that it was a temporary parliament. However, subsequent parliaments made two mistakes. One was to increase their salary and allowances, thereby departing from the spirit of sacrifice that had been the hallmark of the NRA, UPDF, NRM. Secondly, a group known as YPA, Young Parliamentarians Association, opportunistically and for cheap popularity, started going around the country and conducting fundraising for some cheap popularity projects, such as schools, etc. I warned them, but they could not listen. I did not want to precipitate a crisis with them when we had problems of Rwanda, Congo, South Sudan, etc. This is, however, why I rejected the call to raise the pay of the president. I said the president will never get a high salary as long as I'm in government and as long as the economy is still growing. Comrades, it's now time to see how to correct these mistakes. This is because it led the population to believe that the political leaders have a lot of money and must share it with the voters in the form of bribes and endless fundraisings. Although the MPs gave themselves a lot of money, it is not enough to meet these indisputed demands for bribes and fundraisings. Hence, they end up with debts and some have run from the constituencies. I hear some of them are IDPs. Internally displaced persons. The government, through the budget, is the one that can help the people solve their problems. Programs like NADS, Operation Wealth Creation, PDM, Yoga, etc., have already shown that they can liberate people from poverty. You can see it. You can see it. There's a man from Kamwenge. If you can show me that Kamwenge man, you people, my group, the man in Kamwenge, the man of coffee. The man of coffee. Is that the one? That's another one. The one of Kamwezi was. What has happened? Sabotage? That's what was interesting because he used the NADS and get him anything, put him.
Kahunde, Town Council, Nikuba Ward, Yangomna Fair. The farm, they are family enterprises. Here acres, makumi atano. Hano mazeho imyaka mingi kurenga makumi ashatu. Kuko mu myaka makumi ashatu, imyaka yo kubanza mingi, kandi bicyora. Kandi imyaka yo kubinji munonga. Kuko kuna perkana his excellency ya organization of agriculture. Ibuna tanga kukunda ayazize. Then ko jiro mu tamudo. Then ibuna tinga gumu bichore. Mu bichore kampla acres and acres. Mu hamherwa jona ishanga nyiri mukatani kishatu ukuziza ishanga nyiri mukabiri yene.
The important thing is that this man moved into coffee and all those things. When we were with the NADS, there was something we were calling PMA, Plan for Moderation of Agriculture, which was like NADS. They started growing coffee. So what I'm saying here, the government, through the budgets, is the one that can help the people to solve their problems. Programs like NADS, Operational Education, PDM, and Yoga ETC have already shown that they can liberate people from poverty. The current coffee boom was on account of the government scientists who developed the improved clonal coffee, different from the old variety that the people in Ushenyi had abandoned for the dairy industry. Now, I had some people saying that they are the ones who developed coffee, and so I had some people telling me that. I didn't want to quarrel with them before telling them, but coffee and all these enterprises, that is the grandson of Buchenya. Zahadoga and Darabanto is half Muganda, half Munyankole. But Andrea Buchenya Kuyajire Mbara. Tell them in English.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the President. My name is Serwaji Habib, a grandson of Bukenya, a very close friend to His Excellency, the President. I am privileged, Your Excellency, that my grandparents migrated and found themselves in Mbarara. So for us, we are actually very more fluent in Unyankore more than Luganda, although I'm called Serwaji Habib. I thank Your Excellency for giving me Mbarara. Wafe Mbarara Katete.
Bajaja wagenda yodi.
Bajaja wagenda yokumi lwenda nsanvu. Era bakwata ettaka ddene nnyo. Nsanvu. 1970.
No. This was in the 1950s.
Yes, Antikati, Your Excellency, fetwabasanga, I mean, watuzalanga gye tuli. Ne bali balina ettaka ddene nnyo.
No, you go and find out from your parents if they...
Thank you, Excellency.
Okay, good.
Thank you very much.
This was in the 50s. We were managed number 70. So some people are saying that claiming coffee, this one, you remember there was a group called, the one we abolished, what was it called? The one we rationalized. UCDA. UCDA. They were saying, oh, we are the ones who developed coffee. Coffee was saved by NRM, working with the scientists. When we developed, they improved the Chrono coffee, which was yielding much more than the other coffee of the 1960s, 50s. To prove that, we had very, very important coffee growers in Bushenyi, people like Mukaira, like Chikuri, like others who are growing Kekuruto, they were growing coffee. But because the coffee price collapsed in the 60s, I think, they abandoned and went to cows. Up to now, they are big dairy farmers. They had abandoned the coffee. We are the ones who rescued the coffee. So it is the government. The current coffee boom was on account of the government scientists who developed the improved Chrono coffee, different from the old variety that people in Bushenyi had abandoned for the dairy industry. The dairy industry in the cattle corridor, you can see it for yourself, what it is doing there. If you can show us people like Kadera, the one of Gomba. Can you show us Kadera of Gomba?
Kuva Gomba Next Generation Farm State, Eranga Gomba Next Generation Model Farm. Nze farm manager farm eno yatandikibwa omwami Kalera Philip, eranga yawangula empaka z'omulimi asinga 220 eziteekebwa Vision Group mu ggwanga lyonna. Farm eno